Hey there, I'm Ray. Today we're diving into Wall Street giant Jane Street and those Bitcoin price manipulation rumors that everyone's talking about right now. Ever get that sinking feeling when Bitcoin suddenly tanks right at 10 p.m.? It's a recurring pattern. Right as the US market opens, we see prices crash and then bounce back. It's what people are calling the 10 p.m. dump. Investors everywhere are frustrated, wondering who's pulling the strings, and the spotlight's on Jane Street, the global quant powerhouse. Today, let's see if they're truly manipulating things and, more importantly, how you should position your portfolio. I'll break down 3 key strategies to help you stay ahead. First, we need to look at why Jane Street is the one taking all the heat right now. You see, there are 3 major events surrounding them that are starting to fit together like puzzle pieces, and that's what's fueling everyone's suspicion. First, they're facing a lawsuit in February 2026. They're accused of using insider info to dump their coins during the Terra Luna collapse. Second, back in July 2025, they were actually banned from the market by Indian regulators for manipulating the index to make some unfair profits. And finally, they're among the biggest players in BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, holding hundreds of millions of dollars in shares. So, it boils down to this. Big money players with a history of manipulation now hold the keys to the Bitcoin market, and they're shaking up the prices every single night. Now, the second thing we need to look at is whether this theory is actually possible from a structural standpoint. To be clear, while it's a plausible scenario in theory, we don't have any concrete proof to back it up just yet. Now, companies like Jane Street, our authorized participants, don't just buy and sell spot Bitcoin when they're managing ETF shares. It sounds a bit technical, but basically, just think of them as middlemen who deliver goods between the stock market and the crypto world. These big players build their positions by mixing spot Bitcoin with complex derivatives like futures and options. This means they can technically dump a massive amount of supply all at once to drive the price down. But what's really interesting here is the psychology. After Jane Street wiped their entire X feed recently, people immediately assumed they were making a run for it because they'd been caught red-handed. Actually, this is likely just a PR move to manage legal risks. And Bitcoin hitting 70,000 again? It's not about manipulation ending, but rather a complex economic shift with new capital flowing back into the market. Thinking that a few people pull all the strings might make you feel better, but it's honestly toxic when you're trying to make smart investment choices. Ever wonder if a regular investor can actually make money in a market dominated by big institutional capital? Honestly, the fact that we're even having this conversation is a great sign. It shows the market is finally becoming more transparent. See, things that once happened behind closed doors are now being watched by investors worldwide, and even legal consequences are finally on the table. Think of it as growing pains for a rowdy kid becoming an adult. Those blurry gray zones are fading, and with clearer rules, Bitcoin is evolving into a much more stable and secure asset. Alright, let's wrap up today's key points. First, don't fall for the trap that prices always go up just because money's flowing into an ETF. It's never that simple. You've got to remember there are complex derivatives and institutional math happening behind the scenes. Second, don't just blame every dip on market manipulation. Instead, practice reading the big picture. Third, keep in mind that this volatility is just a necessary step for Bitcoin to become a major part of the global financial system. Here's a simple habit you can start today. When Bitcoin gets volatile, don't panic. Just check the trading volume right around the US market open. Getting used to watching those flows yourself will really help you stop making those impulsive, emotional trades. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Ray, bringing you news that helps you grow your wealth.